Hi everyone, it is Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a full body workout for you on your reformer using a ball and a box for props. So go ahead, grab a ball, grab a box. My box right now is going to be set off to, if I'm lying down on my reformer, the right side of my carriage. When you get it down there, it can just be long box. Your foot bars are going to go all the way down. We're going to go one heavy spring. And then when you set your box down, have it like right in line, like the center of the box should be like right in line with your springs. So it's just slightly off towards the foot bar and it's slightly off towards the carriage. Then once you get it there, balls are gonna start where our shoulders are usually at on our reformers, and we're gonna lie down with the balls behind our backs. Now, lots of stability today with the ball. If you struggle with stability, you can always take the ball and do everything without it. First, I'm gonna lie down with the ball like right in between my shoulders, right around my bra line. And I'm just gonna begin with my feet out in front of me on either the wooden platform, or you can take them onto the foot bar. It really does not matter. And we're all gonna take our hands behind our heads. Now, once our hands are behind our heads, we're gonna inhale and fold over the balls into a nice little spinal extension. And then we are going to exhale and curl ourselves back up. And we are not worrying about our neutral spine at all when we're doing this. So again, I'm gonna inhale, fold over my ball, and then I'm gonna exhale and curl myself back up. And we just wanna think warming up our spine, warming up our cores here. Adjust the ball, adjust the feet as needed. Keeping our elbows open out just nice and wide to the sides of the room. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more. And then last one, inhale over, and then exhale as we curl back up. Okay, now once we come up, we're gonna add in some legs with these. So I'm gonna inhale, fold back over my ball. The next time I curl up, I'm gonna lift my right knee up into a tabletop position, and you can bring it a little closer to your chest and tabletop. And then we'll inhale to fold back over as we set the right foot down. We exhale, we curl, we lift the left leg next, and then we're inhaling again to go back over. So again, exhaling as we come up, inhale over. Now, just be mindful when we curl, we are keeping that little space in between our chin and our chest so we can fit that lemon in between the chin and the chest when we come up. And then folding over again into that nice extension. Again, warming up the core, warming up our spines. We're gonna do 4 more. One more right, one more left. And last one. Okay, then once I fold back over, I'm gonna keep both feet down. I'm gonna curl back up into one abdominal curl. I'm gonna hold myself here. I'm gonna exhale, lift my right knee up into, again, that tabletop position. I'm gonna inhale, set it down. Exhale, left leg, and then inhale down. So again, we're holding our curls this time. We're just lifting our knees up and then returning back down. So feeling our obliques working to lift our legs, and then that rectus abdominis working to hold us up into our curls. Let's just do 4. One more right, one more left. And set the left foot down, fold back over your balls, and just give yourselves a little stretch. Okay, now when I'm folded over, I am gonna reach behind me. I'm gonna grab my short loops into my hands. We are going to curl back up into an abdominal curl. And then once we curl ourselves up, I'm gonna start with my arms just right up to the ceiling. I have mine angled slightly forward. It makes it a little easier here. Again, do not worry about your neutral spines. We're gonna pick our knees up into a tabletop position. Legs are zipped together, and we're gonna bring our hands all the way down towards our hips. Okay, starting with the knees just in tabletop. I'm gonna inhale, open my arms out to a T, and I'm gonna exhale, press my palms to my hips. Again, inhale out to a T, exhale, palms to hips, holding our curls the entire time. Make sure when you open those arms, they don't go past your shoulders. We want our lats and biceps to engage on the press. You should really feel your core working to hold you here. I'm gonna do one more like this. Then when I press my palms to my hips, I'm gonna hold. We're gonna add in some single leg extension. So as we open the arms, right leg extends out to a challenging level. We exhale to bring it all back in. Left leg extends as we open. Exhale again to pull back in. Think engaging your obliques as you pull each leg back. Inhale out. Exhale to pull back in. Okay, let's do 3, 2, last one with the left leg. Then once it comes back in, we're gonna pause. We're gonna do both legs next. So as we open the arms, both legs extend out to a challenging level. We scoop into our low abs to pull back in. Again, don't worry about your neutral spines. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull back in. Make sure when we open, our bra lines are staying heavy on the balls. We're drawing our low abs in towards our backs when we pull those knees in. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Okay, arms up, feet down. Feel free, you can fold over those balls. Give your cores a nice little stretch. Okay, we're going to come up, take the balls out, and then once we take them out, we're gonna lie ourselves completely down onto our reformers. When we get down, I'm gonna lift my hips up. Ball's gonna go underneath my sacrum. So remember, lowest part of your back above your tailbone, it should technically be on your tailbone too, so it's on that nice flat spot. And then once we get it here, again, if you don't feel comfortable, technically, you do not have to have the circle here. Now, we are lighter with springs with this one red. I want it heavier for my arms today, so I'm gonna reach through my straps and grab onto my ropes to make it heavier. You can stick to hanging onto your short loops if you would like it lighter for yourselves, but if you want it heavier, reach through your strap and grab your rope. Arms are gonna go up to the ceiling. Knees are in our tabletop position. Our legs are zipped together. I'm gonna press my arms down towards the carriage one time, hold, and then we're gonna bend our elbows for tricep press. Exhale to press, and then inhale to bend. Abs are in, and now we should be able to hold more of a neutral spine here on our balls. Exhale to press, inhale, bend. Now, if we feel comfortable and you want to add in some single leg extensions with these, you can extend one leg out as we press and you can bring it back. Up to you. I'm going to do 3 more. Okay, last one. And then once I come back in, I'm going to pause. I'm going to press my arms all the way down to my hips. They're going to stay there. We are going to open our arms out to a T, reach them up to the ceiling, and then pull down towards our hips for a circle. So out to your T, up towards the ceiling, and then pull back down. Now again, if you feel comfortable and you want to add in some single leg extensions or double leg extensions, you can add in legs with them if you would like. Exhale out, inhale as we circle around and back up. Make sure when your arms go up to the ceiling, your hands don't come together. They're staying shoulder distance away. So the hands should never touch for our circles. Now, the next time we get it to the hips, we're gonna pause at the hips and we're gonna reverse. So we go up towards the ceiling, out to a T, we exhale to press the hips. Inhale up, out, and again, exhaling as we press. Again, if we want to add in legs, you can do single leg extensions, double leg extensions with your circles. That is up to you. Finding that stability with your core. I'm going to do 2 more. And then last one. Okay, once we come up, we're gonna set our feet back down. We're gonna hang our straps up onto the pegs, lift the hips up, and then the balls will come out from underneath us. We're gonna sit to the left side of our reformers. And then once we sit off to the left side, it's gonna be up to you if you go a light spring or a medium spring. I'm gonna do a medium just because I want it a little heavier for my legs. Lighter, obviously it's gonna be a little nicer for the legs. Okay, now, again, balls or no balls, It's up to you. It's just going to create a little more instability. Our boxes should already be set to the right side of our carriages. Now I'm going to start by just kneeling one knee onto my carriage, far enough forward where I can curl my right toes behind me on the carriage. And then I'm going to set the ball on the platform next to my carriage. I'm going to set my left knee onto the ball, and my toes, my left toe should be curled on the platform here. So one knee should be on the carriage, right knee. The other knee is on the ball on the platform, and both toes right now should be curled underneath you. Then we're gonna reach forward and hands are gonna go onto the box. My shoulders are right over my hands, my abs are in, and then I'm gonna lift my right knee up off of the carriage so both knees now are level with each other. Shoulders, hips are parallel to the floor. My abs are into my back. I'm gonna exhale to push the carriage out with my right leg. I'm gonna resist, come back in. Feel free to adjust, exhale away. Inhale back. Again, I am on a medium spring. You can always do a lighter one if you need to. The idea is that you're just pushing out and in with your right leg, finding that control. Now, if you need to get off of your wrists, you can always do a fist instead of being flat on your palms. Shoulders and hips are staying parallel to the floor. Exhale out. Inhale back. Okay, I'm gonna go for 3, 2, 1, and back. Okay, now once I come back in, I'm gonna put most of my weight into my left knee. The ball's gonna move a bit here. We're gonna lift our right knee up off of the carriage. Hips are staying parallel to the floor. I'm gonna dip my knee down towards the open space so my knees are level again, and I'm gonna lift my right knee up. So I'm just gonna dip my knee down, lift my knee up. Inhale to lower the right knee, exhale to lift. Think squeeze your glutes, find your stability in the left leg. Again, shoulders, hips are staying parallel to the floor. Inhale down, exhale up. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Let's do 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we can set the right knee back onto the carriage, and then feel free to give those wrists a little bit of a roll. Now, the ball is gonna go to the shoulder block that's closer to the box, so the one towards the right side. So if we're laying down, technically it would be the right shoulder block. And then we are going to change to a heavy spring, take off whatever else you had. And then I'm gonna walk around to the right side of my carriage. I'm gonna stand on the box. When I step up, I'm gonna go with my right foot all the way to the back left edge of the carriage. So my left foot is kind of off right now. And then my left foot is gonna go to the ball that's onto my shoulder block. Now again, if you don't feel comfortable with your stability, you don't have to do this with the ball. We're standing up nice and tall on our right leg. From here, I'm gonna bend my right knee, push my carriage, try to get a straight leg with your left, and I'm hinging slightly forward, and I'm gonna go ahead and stand back up. So again, I'm gonna bend my right knee to push the carriage out. I'm trying to straighten my left leg, and then I'm standing all the way back up. And when I do come up, my knees should be about in line with each other, and that left knee does bend when we come back up. Exhale down and inhale up. And when we push out, we should be hinging just like slightly forward with that chest. So I don't want you to stand up tall and lunge. I want us to hinge just slightly forward and back up. So a little bow. Find that balance in our right legs. Exhale and inhale. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more. 2. Now on this last one, we're gonna hold our carriages out. We're just gonna bend our left leg and push, bend and push. So now that's the only thing moving. Our right knee should be staying bent. Abs are in towards our backs. We're keeping that little hinge forward. Inhale and exhale. Don't let your left knee go past your right when you come in. So obviously the carriage doesn't come all the way in. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll stand all the way back up. Once we come up, we're gonna step off of our boxes, and then the box will go to the other side. Again, I'm gonna change to a medium spring. So my box is on the floor, long. Again, I have the center kind of lined up with my springs, or you can even just line it up with the edge of your carriage. One medium if you want it lighter. Go to a light spring. We're gonna kneel, face the left side this time. The left knee should be towards the front of your carriage so that your toes can curl underneath you here. And then I'm gonna set my ball down. My right knee should be underneath the ball, and my right toes should be curled underneath me. Okay, hands are on the box out in front of us, shoulders over the hands. Find your stability in your core and your right leg. The left knee lifts, so now the knees are in line with each other. We're gonna exhale to push the carriage away and resist in, push out and in. Shoulders and hips are just staying parallel to the floor. Abs are in to our backs. Okay, I'm gonna go for 4. Adjust your toes if you need to. 3, and 1. Now, once my carriage comes all the way back in, I'm gonna put all of my weight into my right knee. I'm gonna lift my left knee up. I'm gonna bring my knee down so it's like right level in line with my right. And I'm gonna lift my knee up. So I'm gonna dip it down, lift up, dip down, lift up. It's kind of like a little donkey kick. Squeeze your glutes as you lift the leg. Find that stability in shoulders, core, and our right leg. Let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of shimmy off to the side. So I'm on my box now. The ball goes onto that left shoulder block. We're changing to a heavy spring. Make sure that medium or light, whatever you had, comes off. And then when we stand on our box, my left foot is to the back right corner, and then my right foot is gonna go onto the ball. My toes are on the carriage, my heel is lifted up high onto the ball. Okay, hands wherever you feel comfortable. I'm gonna bend my left knee, try to extend my right leg to push the carriage out, and then I'm standing back up onto my left leg to come back in. And it can again be just like a little hinge forward with our chest. Doesn't have to be like a big bow, just a little bow. Exhale out, inhale back. Pushing into the left foot. Find that stability in that left leg. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 more. Abs are in. And then on this last one, we are gonna hold out. We're gonna bend our right knee, push, bend, push. So again, that's the only thing moving. Keep that bend to your left leg. Abs are into our backs. Inhale in and exhale out. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stand all the way up. We are gonna stand this heavy spring. We're gonna step off of our box. Our balls now are going to go more towards like where our butts would usually be on the carriage. And then for this next core exercise, I like to readjust the straps. I get much more range of motion when I do this. So usually you adjust them on your shoulder blocks. They're gonna stay on the pegs, and you're just gonna adjust your straps so they're tight now on your pegs and not on your shoulder blocks. And just a heads up, my Allegro 2 automatically adjusts. That's why it's so quick. So if you need to manually adjust them, manually adjust. So again, tight on the pegs, not on your shoulder blocks. We'll get a little more range of motion by doing that. We're gonna sit facing our straps, and then once we sit down, if you do have shoulder blocks that come out, you can take them out. If you have ones that don't come out, that's fine. You can leave them in for this whole series. But I am gonna take mine out just because mine come out. It's a little more comfortable. I'm gonna take my straps off my pegs, and then the long loops are gonna go around my legs above my knees. They should be right on our thighs. Again, ball is behind us. We're gonna lie down, kind of how we started class, with the balls right around our brow lines, right in between our shoulders. Again, if it doesn't feel good on your backs, you can do the whole series with no balls. My heels are in my headrest. My feet are gonna stay anchored. Hands are gonna go behind our heads. We are inhaling to fold over the balls into a nice little spinal extension. And then we're gonna exhale and curl ourselves back up into an ab curl. So again, inhale to fold over. And then we're gonna exhale and curl ourselves back up. Just like before, we are not worrying about our neutral spine. We're keeping that little space in between our chin and our chest. And now would be a really good time to adjust if you need to adjust. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then last one, and up. Okay, now just like before, we're gonna add in some single leg lifts. I'm gonna fold over my ball. As I curl up, I'm gonna lift my right knee up. I'm gonna set it down as I fold back over. Then I curl lift my left, and then I set it back down when I fold over. So exhale to come up, and inhale to go back down. Again, think the closer you get your knee to your chest, the more you're gonna get into your obliques. Readjust the balls at any point if you need to. Then I'm gonna do 1 more right, 1 more left. And then last one on the left. Then once I fold back over, I'm just gonna pause for a second, give my core a nice stretch. The ball, again, is gonna stay behind me. I'm gonna curl myself back up into an abdominal curl. We're gonna hold our ab curls again. We're gonna exhale, lift the right knee up. Inhale to set down, exhale left leg, and inhale down. Now, if you want to take your hands towards your sides, you can take your hands to your sides rather than keeping them behind your head. Lift and lower. Again, think engaging your obliques to pull each leg up. Hands are either by your hips or behind your heads, holding our curls. 3, 1 more right, 1 more left. Okay, this is the last one on the left. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna hold myself up into a curl. I'm gonna go ahead, lift my right knee up, pause. Lift my left knee up, pause. Try to keep your low backs flat down into the carriage. This is where it's gonna get hard. Keep pulling those knees into your chest. Okay, inhale, reach the right leg out. Exhale to pull in. Inhale, reach the left leg out. Exhale to pull back in. Again, make sure you don't move when you extend one leg out. So the opposite leg does not get pulled away from your body. I am trying to keep my knees as close to my chest as I can, keeping my low back down. Out, in, 3, 2, last one on the left. Relax the feet. You can fold over your balls. Give yourselves a nice stretch. Okay, then we are gonna come all the way up. take the straps off, and I am gonna keep mine adjusted the way that they are so that they're a little heavier for our next series. And then once you hang your straps up, we're just gonna go ahead, set the balls off to the sides, and I'm gonna scoot my butt back towards the foot bars. Now, if you took your shoulder blocks out, they're fine to stay out. We're just gonna do some arm work here. So long loops lighter, short loops are heavier for your arms. We are going to start with some bicep curls. So arms are gonna reach long out in front of us, palms are flipped up to the ceiling, we're sitting up tall. I'm exhaling to curl in, and I'm inhaling to extend. Curl and extend, and I'm just sitting up nice and tall on top of my sits bones while I'm here. Now, if you want to challenge yourselves a little more with core, make sure you have a palms width away from you in the back of your carriage. You can bend your knee slightly, roll halfway down, and you can do bicep curls here rather than sitting up nice and tall on top of your sits bones. I will leave it up to you where you are at. If you're here with me, make sure we're keeping that tuck of the pelvis. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll come all the way back up. Feel free to give yourselves a little stretch. Next thing that we're gonna do, cross your straps over one another. Again, you can either stay sitting up tall or you can roll back with me. So cross your straps, uncross your arms, palms rotated to the floor. Feel free to roll back with me if you'd like. We're gonna pull wide and then extend. So I'm aiming for my elbows to go back behind me, my fists to go like right into my armpits, and then I'm extending. It's an exhale to pull and inhale back. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Okay, 4, 2, 1, and then we're gonna come all the way back up. Feel free again to give it a stretch. We are gonna keep our straps crossed. We have one more thing. We're gonna do a unilateral row this time with a rotation of the spine. Again, up to you if you stay sitting up nice and tall. This is technically bow and arrows, or if you tuck and roll halfway back like me. So keep your straps crossed, keep your palms rotated to the floor. You're either sitting up tall or you're gonna tuck and roll halfway back. We're gonna bend our right elbow wide, rotate to the right. We go center, then we go left and center. The opposite arm should be staying straight out in front of you. So you will get slack in the rope with the arm that stays long. Pull, rotate, and extend. Our pelvis stays anchored. Rotation should be coming right from our bra line, right from that rib cage. 4 more. Okay, 2, and then last one. Okay, then once we come back center, we're gonna uncross our straps, hang them back up onto the pegs. Again, I am gonna keep mine measured there. I want it a little heavier for my legs today, and then we're gonna take our shoulder blocks. If you guys did take them out, you're gonna put them back in. And then we'll go into 2 heavy springs for feet and straps. Now, once we get those 2 heavies on, feel free to just keep your foot bars where they're at. We'll lie ourselves down onto our reformers, and then I'm gonna reach behind me and grab my long loops. Are gonna go onto my feet. Again, this is gonna be a little heavier since we re-measured our straps. Okay, legs are gonna be up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Feet are gonna be parallel with each other. And then on an exhale, I'm just gonna lower my legs straight down towards my springs. And I'm gonna inhale, hinge, come back up. Exhale as we lower, and inhale, hinge. Make sure the bra line stays heavy when we go down. Sacrum stays heavy when we lift. For 2, and then last one. Okay, now once we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top. We will come out of our neutral spines for this next one. Just make sure your feet stay zipped together. We're gonna exhale to pull the legs back down. We're gonna pause. We're gonna bend our knees into our chest. That's when I'm gonna let my low back go down and my butt go slightly up. extend the leg straight up to the ceiling, and then pull back down towards our springs. So we're gonna bend in, extend up, and we're gonna pull down. Again, my low back is going down and my butt is lifting slightly up. I am trying to keep my legs together. I'm really gonna feel my inner thighs working to keep those legs zipped. Okay, last one like that. And then we are going to pause with our legs straight up to the ceiling. Low back's gonna be flat, and now we're gonna reverse. So we bend our knees in, my butt is lifting slightly up. We're gonna push out, and then we're gonna hinge up. Again, when we go up, my low back is gonna go down, and my butt is just lifting slightly up. I'm bending and pushing out. Ooh, I'm feeling those inner thighs working, keeping my legs together. Let's do 3 more like that. And then last one. Okay, now headrests are down if you do have them up. That was like our warm up into a short spine massage. So I want us to start with our legs down to a little lower than a 45-degree angle. Then we're gonna go heels together, toes turn apart, and we're gonna bend our knees in here. And again, don't worry so much about your neutral spine because we will come out of it eventually. For short spine, again, make sure that your headrests are down. We're gonna push our legs out away from us. The heels have to stay together, the toes stay turned apart. From there, we're gonna let our legs go up to the ceiling. I'm gonna start to roll my spine up off the carriage. My toes are pointing behind me. My carriage clicks home. Then from there, I'm gonna bend my knees, frog my feet in. I'm gonna try to keep my toes over my eyes so my feet don't move. And my spine is the only thing rolling down. And then when I can't go down anymore, I'm gonna bring my heels back down. So I roll the rest of my butt down. I push my legs out. I'm going up and over. My butt lifts up. I'm trying to click my carriage home. Bend the knees, frog the feet. Keep your feet, lose your seat. So roll the butt down, but keep your toes over your eyes. And then when you can't go anymore, then the heels go back down. We push out. We go up and over. Keep going. The massage part should be here where you're rolling down one bone at a time, keeping your feet where they're at. 2 more. Try to lightly click your carriages home. Last one. And roll and push out. Okay, find your neutral spine again and bring your feet parallel with each other. I'm going to, from this parallel position, I'm gonna lower my legs a little further down towards my springs, open them wide out to the sides, and I'm just gonna circle around and back up for leg circles. So I'm exhaling to lower down, and then I'm inhaling to circle around and back up. Sacrum heavy, pelvis just stays nice and still. Okay, last one. And then once we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top, and then we're gonna reverse. We open our legs wide, we press them down and around, we zip the legs together, and then we're hinging at our hips to come back up, feeling those inner thighs again working to zip our legs together. Let's do 2 more in that direction. And then last one. Okay, now once we come up, we can pause. I'm just gonna give my straps a quick pull. My low back is flat. We're gonna take our straps off, hang them back up onto the pegs, and then we can just go ahead and sit off to the sides of our reformers. Okay, once we sit ourselves off to the sides, I'm gonna go to just one heavy spring. I'm gonna take the other one off. My long box is going to go on, and then just one more thing. So one heavy long box on. Foot bars are gonna go up to the starting position. We're gonna lie on our stomachs on our boxes facing our foot bars. Our bra line should be at the edge of the box. And then once we get here, hands are gonna go wide onto our foot bars, thumbs are with our fingers. I like where the legs feel comfortable for your body, so together apart, whatever feels best on your backs. I'm gonna push my pubic bone down into the box, and when I do that, I'm activating my glutes and my hamstrings. I should be looking to the floor. We're gonna push our arms out, and we're gonna pause. Now keep that little squeeze of the glutes and the hamstrings. On an inhale, I'm gonna lift my chest up. Think right from the rib cage. I'm keeping the squeeze of my glutes, so I'm not coming into my low back. Shoulders are out of my ears, and I'm exhaling to push myself back down. So I like an inhale to lift. And when I exhale to lower, I'm drawing my core away from the box. So I'm thinking actively lifting my abs away. Inhale up, shoulders are down, collarbones are wide. Exhale to push. Let's do about 3 more. 2. And then last one, inhale, lift. And exhale as we lower back down. Okay, stay here with the arms out, head heavy, legs heavy just for a second. Okay, I'm gonna bend my elbows, bring my carriage all the way back in. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead, we'll add on either a medium spring or a light spring with our heavy. We're gonna finish off with push-ups, and then we're just gonna do a quick stretch after that. So again, bra line's gonna be on the edge, legs are wherever they feel comfortable. I have 1 heavy and 1 medium spring on. You can go heavier than that, you can go lighter than that. I actually think I'm gonna add on a light too. So I have 1 heavy, 1 medium, 1 light. Okay, elbows are open wide out to the sides of the room. I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings so I have active legs again. I'm drawing my abs away from the box. I have a tiny, tiny lift of my chest, but my eyes are still looking down to the floor. They're not looking forward. We are going to exhale to push the carriage out. We're bending wide to come back in. Exhale away, bend wide. Shoulders stay down, out of your ears. Abs are in to our backs. Exhale out, inhale back. Keep that squeeze of the glutes and the hamstrings. Again, hollow out your bellies. Okay, let's do 3. And last one. Okay, now once I come back in, I'm gonna pause in. I'm gonna go back to just that single heavy spring. I'm gonna step myself off to the side of my box, and I'm just gonna flip my box now to my short box. We're gonna kneel on our boxes facing our foot bars. When we kneel, hands are gonna go onto our foot bars, knees are gonna open out wide, and then I'm gonna keep my butt lifted. I'm gonna push my arms out, and I'm just gonna drop my chest down in between my arms again with my butt lifted up. Drop the chest. Hold here. Okay, then my arms are gonna stay out, but my butt's gonna come down towards my heels. Hold. Bring your hands a little closer towards each other. The right hand stays, the left arm is gonna thread underneath your body. I'm resting my shoulder on the box. I'm just holding this stretch. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Again, try to keep your left shoulder on the box. Your palm should be flipped up to the ceiling. Okay, then we're gonna go left hand on, right arm is gonna thread under. Again, the palm is flipped up. I'm trying to bring my shoulder down onto my box. We're holding that stretch. Okay, bring the right hand back on. Just drop your chest down one more time. Hold here. Okay, let your carriages come all the way back in. We're gonna step ourselves off to the sides of our boxes. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.